Welcome to the Vocal Lab podcast with your hosts Shelby Rollins and Jason Catrone, bringing you the best from the music industry. Get ready for first-class conversations packed with exclusive techniques and transformative insights, all designed to help you reach your top note.
But that's been around a while.
It's been around since COVID.
Like right on Belmont Boulevard?
It's on 12 South.
12 South? Oh, okay. I just realized that existed, but then also realized that it had been around for like at least 5-6 years.
I think he opened in COVID, like
okay.
somewhere around there.
When I was like digging into the Instagram, I was like, oh, I would like this.
Mm-hmm.
Is it one of those places where like you can kind of order, but more or less you're just
more or less they just kind of bring it to you.
They tell you what you eat.
Yeah,
I love a restaurant where I just show up and the chef is like, this is what I'm feeding you.
Yeah,
don't
that's kind of what
complain.
it is. There's 8 tables, so it's real small. In fact, the drink guy comes out. He's like, what do you like? And he goes back in a closet and just brings you something. You can order the
That's
wine
amazing.
you want. Like there's a little wine list, but if you want a cocktail, he's like, tell me what you like.
Have you been to Catbird? Yeah. Catbird's fabulous.
Yeah,
it's one of the best places I've eaten at here in Nashville, for sure.
Too.
Have you been to, what is the one that's over in Wedgwood, Houston? It's a similar concept to Catbird.
What is it? Bastion.
Oh, of course.
I've been there either.
Bastion's great. Yeah.
It's
not as good as Catbird in my
restaurant?
opinion, but it's very good.
Oh no, we haven't been.
Yeah.
We just went.
It's like
The bar.
Yeah, we got apps at like 11
Yeah.
p.m.
Yeah.
But the Bastion, like the restaurant, is another one of those things where it's like, how many courses, and they just bring you tons of courses, and I just love that because I don't want to make food decisions, honestly, but I want to eat like a freaking queen. And so when they just come, maybe we should talk about this on the.
Then
Maybe
you
we
need
should
to-
say that
It's already going. So
it's already going.
I've been recording, so
gosh.
this
Oh,
is
that's
good.
smart.
Oh, gosh, I've not been paying attention.
That's hilarious.
Oh, well.
But I want to go somewhere where I show up. I cook all the time. I don't want to make more decisions about food once I go out to eat. You know what I'm saying? I hate having to decide what to cook for dinner. I don't hate cooking. I actually I've told y'all my lifelong dream, not my lifelong dream, but like my recent dream that I'm working on manifesting is that someday Gordon Ramsay and I will become friends and he will come and cook in my kitchen and I will be his sous chef. Like that's a dream I have. I'm throwing that out there. Gordon. But I don't want to make a decision. I want to show up. I want you to bring me course after course, and everyone is a surprise, and I just eat it. And I love that. And I know people who, like, that's their worst nightmare. I can't relate, but I love a meal where it's like 20 courses, and I just sit there and enjoy them bringing me food.
You should go to Locust.
Yes. I want to. As soon as I saw that, because that was like just a few days ago that I discovered that restaurant.
It's hard to get in.
That's on my list
They
now.
open reservations a month before.
That's like Catbird.
Yeah.
Catbird Seat. And they just changed locations. They used to be at the end of 18th Avenue.
Yeah, now they're in
At Patterson
the Gulch.
House, like kind of
They've moved
adjacent.
too.
Yeah, they moved. And I think it's a slightly bigger space.
It's bigger.
But I don't think they're going to try to have like too many more seats in there because it's one of those things you can't have that many people in there at a time.
It's got to be small.
Yeah. But that place is great. And you know what I love about it too? Is every dish is served on different plates and china. And it's all, you can find out where everything is sourced, different like cutlery, and it's all like intentional for the food to be served in this beautiful dish. And it's like local artisans, and I mean, so good. So good.
So you love food art.
I love food. I'm telling you, in another life, I would be like a Michelin star chef. But in mom world, I'm just like, oh my gosh, do I have to feed you again? I love to feed my family. Don't hear what
We're glad you do.
saying.
They are as well.
But yeah. But I don't love cooking in the grind of cooking. I want to be able to like kind of create, but I don't have the bandwidth to do that in my normal life. Every once in a while, and every fall or winter, when I actually like fall food a lot, but in the cold weather months where it's like you sort of have to nurture a dish like a soup, and you have to hang out there for a little bit and you're like tweaking flavors, that I can kind of enjoy. Every once in a while I'll be cooking and no one's home. I'm like, everybody's gone and I just get to sit and make the food, and then they arrive home and I feed them. That I can enjoy. I'll turn on music that I want to listen to that nobody else asked for. And
What would that
enjoy
be?
cooking.
Nora
Sometimes
Jones?
Probably like NWA.
Eva Cassidy, usually.
Oh, yeah, that's you.
Yeah. and I'll sing.
That
and
is
cook.
so
And that I
you,
really,
Shelby.
That I really enjoy.
That was my ChatGPT impression.
That's, yep.
I love that for you.
I know I can tell ChatGPT to stop doing that, and I think I should. But then I also don't want it to be like cold and mean.
See?
Maybe that's the prompt I need to give it. It's like, stop trying to pump my tires and be all like feely, but also don't be rude to me.
I would say hang on to one of the few friends you do have.
Happy New Year!
And that is a long intro. Welcome to the Vocal Lab Podcast 2026.
I can't wait to
our
hear
version.
where this began. Like when this podcast episode airs, like what is the first thing that is going to
I'm
be
nervous.
said on
I'm
this one?
cooking
Yeah.
internally.
You are.
You know.
Oh, goodness. Well,
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year.
You're so
Happy
dramatic.
Three Kings Day, guys.
What's that?
Here.
Three Kings?
It's
Is
your
this our gift?
Our Christmas delayed Christmas
Aw.
present.
Delayed
Go ahead and
Christmas
open
gift.
it, guys.
Hey, are we ready? Let me move this.
Is it a
A skateboard for
Is it
Jason.
is it a golden YouTube button? Hang tight. It gets even.
Look at
what?
that.
Oh my god, that's so good.
That is so
I love
cool.
it. Everyone loves it. Look.
What do you mean, look? No one can see it.
Oh, that's the back. Oh my god, Carlos, that's so good.
It's us. That's so cool.
I love
And
that.
it still looks, Jason, like I'm clutching your arm.
I know.
I thought about that.
Wait,
right
you're
here.
not?
If
But
anyone's
that's you.
wondering,
Oh, that's my hand.
Jason's
Grabbing-
hand,
yeah.
which makes sense. I mean, you got your arms
Yeah.
crossed, but the angle of me behind
yeah.
it always looks like I'm like
It
grabbing
totally
your arm.
does. There's a funny story to that real quick, but also my fingers look like French fries, and I love French fries, so I'm not mad about it. But they kind of look like French fries from
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Should I zoom in on your hand? Just
Yeah,
then?
just to give it a little context. I last night was at this lovely dinner downtown in a high-rise condo. You know, those are always fun because you just feel like you're in the city. You know, it's always fun. It's cool. And at the table, cheerleading comes up because I'm at a table full of like high level.
Yeah, you can go ahead and open it and rip the.
Yeah.
So real quick, sorry, Jason. So that's actually magnetic. So you're actually.
I can hang it on my refrigerator.
So you can put the thing on the whatever the sticker is. It has instructions, but you put the sticker somewhere, and then you put the magnet on it, and then you put the thing. You know, so that way you don't have to drill anything on the wall.
Oh, that's cool.
That is such a cool. Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Thank you, Carlos.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is like the most thoughtful, fun gift.
I love it.
Look at that.
Oh yeah, if you put that on your fridge, I would die. That's so funny. In the on the days that we're not filming,
Yeah,
slap that
just
on your
slap
fridge.
it on the fridge.
For anybody to come by and be
Yeah.
like, "What? Who is she?"
I'm gonna do that. So I'm sitting at dinner, and right, these are all high level people, former careers in like running cheerleading organizations, right?
Okay.
And one of the guy hosting the dinner, a friend of mine named Ryan, he used to serve on the like national board of cheerleading or whatever, right? And he was on the compliance side. I learned something really fascinating that I never knew. They always put the wrestling coach or the wrestling representative and the cheer representative, because they were representing all sports, right? Mm-hmm. Together, because they're the most touchy sports. They were saying things I never thought about.
Why would they put them together in term like
Because-
at a dinner table, or
No,
where are they
no.
put together at?
in their compliance meetings to like, how do we keep the sport healthy, safe, and like, what's the other word I'm looking for? Like, not risk aversion, but like their
Like intimacy coordination.
yeah, like their codes of conduct, right? Things I never thought about. But
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
you have an adult, most of the time male coach, that has a 12-year-old child that they're having to show moves and maneuvers in their parts.
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes. I knew
well,
it.
At least we got this now.
Cover it up.
Oh no!
I have to get a new plug for that.
Yeah. I never thought about this, right? Like you
Yeah.
have to, the way, I mean, you're tucking your arm under a wrestling, these small kids.
Yeah.
So, right. So it's all about that. And he went on to talk about, he's like, it was so intense, the things we were talking about, even to, as a coach, you never put your arm around another child in a photo because it may cut off part of your arm and it may look like you're just got your hand on their bum. And that made me think of that.
That's why we're talking about
because we're like, you're not really
quite the segue. I was like, it also reminded me because your hand, you're a dude. So I'm like, but that'd be like me having man hands, like that episode of Seinfeld,
Yeah. Also, I don't have fingernails.
Well, it is a cartoon, so it's fine. Thank you, Carlos. I love that.
Yeah.
It is
really
great.
amazing.
You said something. Oh, I was a cheerleader in middle school, just middle school. And my favorite sport that we cheered for was wrestling. We cheered for wrestling, basketball.
Why'd you love to cheer for wrestling?
Because I had a crush on a wrestler.
Oh, well, there you go.
He never knew my name. It's fine. His name was Carl. Carl, the wrestler at Surfside Middle School, if you're out there.
Carl.
I had a crush on you in middle school.
Carl. I got a feeling Carl's not what you thought he was back then.
Carl, he had long, long, cool guy hair, and he was a good wrestler. And I remember the cheers from wrestling, too.
What were they?
One of them was, twist him like a pretzel, show him how to wrestle, go, sharks, go. Roll him over, knock him flat, pin his shoulders to the mat. Isn't it wild that I remember the moves?
It's also
Remember the
wild.
moves?
I've never heard of a wrestling cheer.
Well, Isla
I've
did
never
it.
heard of that either.
Yeah.
Isla did it last year. It's still not a big thing, but it's still a thing because, like, Isla, my daughter, she cheered for wrestling at her school for 6th grade. She didn't do it this year because she started doing other things, but she did wrestling cheer. It was his own squad, and it was fun.
That's really wild. No, I never that. We didn't have cheer and fencing.
You were on the fencing team?
I never told you that.
No, but
Yeah.
I always learn something new about you when we do this. So tell us a fencing story. And yeah, I've never heard of cheerleaders
I'd have
for
to
fencing
kill you with
either.
my sword if I do.
That's
Leave in the
amazing.
grave. No,
you
I
would be a fencer.
I know I didn't. I always wanted to, but I didn't. That was just
You
like,
weren't on the fencing team?
No.
Liar.
Were you on the fence about it?
But about many things. But actually, when I moved back to Nashville during COVID, I did have a wild hair to take fencing lessons. I just never followed through with it.
Well, maybe this is the year. Maybe that can be part of 2026 goals for you.
Could be. This is a fun story too. New Year's, I guess this wasn't New Year's Day. It was just last weekend. Went to Jolton Hardware with some friends. For you guys out there, Jolton Hardware is an amazing place. Don't everybody go because we
I mean,
keep
I've
it
been
a
to
secret.
Jolton, but what is Jolton Hardware?
It's a hardware store. What do you?
Okay.
What it sounds like?
Well, I know, but I'm like, you're like, it's an amazing place. Usually when you're talking about this stuff, you're talking about like some restaurant.
No,
or
so
something.
it is. It's an amazing restaurant. I mean, they have
Oh.
like burgers and things like that. It's kind of elevated bar food because everything's like
Okay.
grass fed, local. Like they do their
Oh.
thing. You'd love it. And they just have like beer and cider on tap. I think they have like a white and a red wine. But it's a hardware store in the day, a small one. They also have like, local things like homemade breads and tinctures and cheeses, things like that. Some arts and crafts. But at night, it turns into a music venue.
So fun.
Yeah. And it's just an old hardware store that's got people playing music. That night, it was like
That's so like Nashville.
yeah, it was like a trio that did like they were like a 60s, 70s folk band. It was
That's
cool.
so fun.
Anyway, the point of the story is I was with my friends and one of my friends' friend came in that I'd met at a couple parties before, hadn't seen her in a long time, but I recognized her and then I recognized her little kid because he's so cute. His name's Arlo. And Arlo had gotten this, his Christmas present was a 3D printer and he came with he made like a.
My son got one of those this year.
Really? That must have been a hot gift.
Oh, I guess so.
So he had made some things, right? Had them to show us. So eventually I go, after about an hour, I go over and sit next to him because I want to like see what he's made. He's got 3 little things. I'm like, hey, Arlo, hey, buddy, tell me about these things. And he's telling me. And we're just sitting there and finally, get, over kid talk. And he looks at me, he's like, guess what sport I play? And I'm like, I just look because he had like cute curly hair, cute kid. I'm like, soccer. He's like, nope. Guess again. I'm like, look me in the eyes, Arlo. And he like turns and he looks at me and I go, fencing. He's like, how did you know?
It
was the most fun moment.
That's
and now,
so funny.
now I'm Arlo's best friend. I've been invited to his birthday party in August.
Maybe it'll be a fencing party.
I can only hope. He has a little fencing tournament in February. I'm going to try to go to it.
That's so cute. How funny is that?
I don't even know
my
why
gosh.
I pulled that out. I think it was just like, here's a wild guess.
Y'all are kindred spirits.
Yeah.
So speaking of 2026 goals, and you're going to take up fencing, what else? It's the time. I don't do New Year's resolutions. I do
either.
set some intentions, some goals. I usually try to get a word for the year, but tell us what has been mulling through your mind as we've rolled into the new year.
Well, for me, speaking of sports and voices like that, did you all see that meme? Or it wasn't a meme, it was a sports interview. Was it University of Tennessee? Was it
I don't know what
maybe
you're talking
volleyball?
Was it the runner?
Or was it a runner?
You're talking about Femke Bol,
I don't know what
the
you're
track
talking
star that sounded like Mickey
Mickey Mouse, yeah.
about. Oh,
You didn't see this?
no.
Yeah. She starts talking and she sounds just like Mickey Mouse.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's Dutch.
She's Dutch.
Well,
she goes to Tennessee,
they
right?
always need a new Mickey,
It was like
she could have a
Or
future
Texas.
career when she
I
retires.
know, seriously. So, what was I saying? Oh, you were just asking me what.
You go,
oh, yeah.
well, and then you
That's
went
true.
off on a
A
tangent.
tangent. Yee. I just think I'm ready for this year to be a year of newness, because last year was such a year of loss for me, as we've talked about before on here. And the holidays are really tough for me for many reasons, and that's understandable. I gave myself space and grace to get through that. But it really did, the last week of the year, especially into New Year's Day, it felt in the most bizarre way like a complete closure on my life. Not my personal life, but like the life I've known, right? With my closest of family members no longer here. And that this is going to be a new chapter, a new era, and a new beginning. And so, yeah, I think I'm just excited for what is possible. Specifically, I'm excited about my First Class Conversations launch that's coming next week. And next week, I finally set a
Sweet.
date.
Tell everybody a little bit
And
about
yeah, well, okay. So First Class Conversations is going to be, it's basically out of a series of events that happened to me. As our most avid listeners know on here, I do like to fly first class.
First class.
And so over time, I had the most interesting conversations happen periodically on these flights that seem very random. But as I moved through them, and in hindsight specifically, they were very circumstantial and very providential. And that's wild to think about when you can just, and that doesn't have to be on a first class flight, you guys, that can be in the coffee shop today where you are, or the next stop if you're listening in your car. I believe that we can live a first class life, which is however you want to define that. We get one life. What do you want it to be? Do you want to travel? Do you want to have nice things? Do you want to commit your free time to helping others in a nonprofit in your community? Like, what is your version of a first class life? Maybe it's just to have the most beautiful garden you've always wanted. It's the things that give us life, that fuel us and feed us. And when we get that, we can fuel and feed other people through the encouragement of our own story and our own journey. And since we only have this one journey in life, I believe we have to choose to be in that flow of the first class. So what can seem like, wow, I'm just on this random flight, and 12 hours before, I told this story many times, 12 hours before I mentioned the name Dolly Parton, would love to work with her, I get seated next to her manager on a flight.
Right.
That's not coincidental.
Right.
And so I was in a flow, and things can knock us out of the flow of the first class, but if we're intentional about it, anything is possible.
Right.
And so getting through these series of events, and during the heat of COVID, I was thinking about doing a podcast. Sorry, Shelby, on my own.
How dare you
I know.
do anything without me?
I know, right? So I was thinking about, I had people encourage me to do a podcast. So I was thinking, what would it be? And as I started thinking about things, it just popped in my head. First Class Conversations. That just popped in my head.
It's so good.
Started to share it with a few people, and they're like,
Such a
"That's
good title."
Yeah, they're like, "That's fantastic."
Wasn't it a shower thought?
It was a shower thought. Carlos can give a visual with his AI adaptation. We were talking.
We don't need that.
We were talking the other day
leave
that
that out.
next time I bring up the Naked Podcast, he's just going to make AI take our clothes off from.
That'll be Carlos's last day.
In this podcast and in my marriage.
Yeah, right. But no, so that popped in my head, but I wasn't ready to do a podcast. It wasn't in the space, and as we know, starting something like this is a big endeavor.
Yeah.
And so you out there know, Shelby actually came to me a couple years ago, and we met up at the beginning of the year like this for coffee, a little place called Sam and Zoe's, and she's like, "Hey, I'm thinking we should do a podcast. Would you want to do it together?" And I'm like, "That's so crazy. I've been thinking about one as well."
Yeah, I mean, because I wanted to start one too, but I was really I was kind of fumbling through what exactly it was going to be. I couldn't really land on a concrete idea. And even though I can yap like I'm getting paid, I still needed something that had a little bit more substance and context to really feel like I could launch a podcast.
Totally.
And I also realized like that's some work, and I don't know that I can do that on my own. And so when you and I had talked about both of us having the same thought of like, I want to start a podcast, I don't really know how or what. It was kind of like, wait, what if we did one together?
Yeah.
And it was kind of this brilliant moment of going, oh, that would be way better than doing it on our own, because it's more fun, right?
It is.
To do
It's
it
so
with a
more
friend,
fun.
but also to be able to work with each other's minds and, Rolodexes to combine and be able to keep it going, because there's two of us. It's just easier.
Yeah, it's so much easier. And you had a person at the time, maybe still in your business coaching portfolio, through your business coach, who was helping people start podcasts. And so we met with her.
Yes.
She's a British lady. And I think even if that link hadn't been there, Leanne,
Shout out Leanne.
Yeah, Chirp. Is that her company?
Yes.
Chirp is her company. Yeah.
It may not have happened too. Like she really helped
us
make it make
just
sense and
launch
put it
it.
in a little box and formulaic. And so we
Yeah.
launched. So all that to say, I had this concept, and through that evolved into a new coaching platform, which for everyone out there, I'm still going to do my vocal coaching and mentoring through that space. It's my first love. But I started to see a deep need in the world in the art of communication. All right. So there's still this tie in with the voice.
Yeah.
Whether you're singing or speaking or emailing, it's all communication in its own art form. And so I started to see this through line that I put together, that if I can help you communicate effectively, I can help you be more confident. Most people lack confidence to respond to certain emails or texts because they get like a deer in headlights, or they really lose their confidence to walk into a room and just meet people.
Yeah.
Right. So if I can help you communicate effectively, one, your life's going to be smoother and easier in most cases. You can be more confident in who you are and how you can relate with people. Right. Then I'm going to teach you how to network like a pro, because it's probably everything I do is performative. I think that's who I am as a person. I'm a performer. And just I learned to use my voice through that.
Yeah.
But I perform, as you guys know, and anyone who knows me well, I perform like a champ when I walk into a room. And it's just natural. It flows out of me. But I realize the majority of people don't have that natural flow. And the number, you guys know, because what's it start with? What's my tagline? Hey, guys.
You're going to die.
I'll text them, or I'll just tell them. And it'll be, I was here last night and I met. Always. It's just the flow of my life. And so if I, again, help you communicate effectively, be confident who you are, learn to network like a pro, you can increase your net worth.
Yeah.
And I'm a huge believer, for everyone out there listening, if you're a parent, especially if you have a kid Gen Z that will not get off their phone or off their tablet or out of their bed, they need this program. They need this network, because and it's not just them, it's anyone, if you're trying to level up where you are in your life and you're trying to get to that dream first class life you've always wanted, the system, the formulas, and the practical applications in this program that I built out, I believe that is the future currency. if AI is the dominant force that is taking over our culture and how we communicate with each other and how we just don't think and let it think, if you can do what I've set out here effectively and communicate, network like a pro, write your ticket, especially if you're 20 years old. When you're 40, you'll be the head of any company you want to.
Yeah.
That you can bank on. And it's worth more than 4 years at any university. I'm telling you.
I need it, Jason.
You do. That's why you should be my first client for first class conversation.
Okay.
But it's launching next week. That's that. You'll be seeing it on socials. There are, just so you know, there'll be a weekly group call, right? Much like your coaching platform for training musicians, a weekly group call, which gives you access to the network and the program. But we'll be doing all life things. It's life coaching, business coaching, all that. And then there'll be opportunity for a VIP course or application, which is one-on-one with me once a week. It's like a 6-month to 12-month program. But yeah, so I'm excited about that.
Really
I'm
cool.
excited to finally finish my record. There's still some last minute hurdles, but I'm putting it in motion. I realized last year I did not have a song to sing figuratively because of everything in life going on. And I was, thankfully spending my time pouring into others, which is beautiful. It helped me. That was therapy to me for sure, without it knowing it was,
Yeah.
And so I'm just putting it in motion. Like this record has to be finished. Again, the noises started surrounding me from friends and colleagues and people just over the past month or two saying, when are you going to finish this record? What's going on? So it just made me realize I have to put it in motion. So if anyone has 100,000, no, I'm kidding. But if you do.
That's great.
So that's mine.
That's yours.
Yeah, those are the two things I'm most excited about. And just traveling and continuing to do life with the people I love.
And fly first class.
And fly first class.
Yeah.
Always.
It's great. I usually, so most years.
My finger.
Yeah, okay.
Here, cut my finger.
Most years, Tanner and I will take a couple days, kind of that week between, not even Christmas and New Year's, but like New Year's and like before the kids go back to school, and try to get away for a couple of days. And we do like a staycation.
Is that how you made these kids?
Maybe, because I do have some September babies, and if you do the math. But anyway, the shop is closed. We're all done.
The shop is closed.
At any rate.
That's a good podcast when you're like 70. The shop is closed. And you just banter and pontificate and bitch about everything in life.
That's a good podcast
good?
title. I like it.
The shop is
Shop-
Can
closed.
we license closing time for that?
Yeah, we should.
Closing time. Our young people are going to be like, what are y'all singing? Anyway, we usually go do a staycation for a couple nights and do some of that. Like, think through the year, just connect and talk about the upcoming year, goals and reflection. And we had that booked. We went to stay at the One Hotel downtown, which
Lovely
I love
hotel.
that hotel.
It's a lovely hotel.
stayed at
Some
it
of the
several
best
times.
rooms in town.
Beautiful.
I've seen every
smells
hotel room in
amazing.
this city, let me tell you. No, I'm kidding.
And
Those are really nice, though.
We go out to eat at Sushi-san. And
Fabulous new restaurant in Nashville.
so good. Well, I don't know. That might have been captured in this podcast earlier. I don't know.
Oh, yeah.
When Carlos started hitting record, we were yapping. But
We know
anyway, so good. We had dinner there. And we, got there late in the afternoon. So we kind of went and did an early dinner. So we had not gotten to our planning time. We were saving that for kind of like all day the next day. And middle of the night hits, and Tanner ends up doubled over with a stomach virus.
And the middle of the night hits and Tanner gets the
Bleep. And anyway, he was the third person to go down in our family. Our boys had already had it. We thought we were in the clear because like 36 hours had passed and nobody had thrown up. And anyway, it was so weird.
I swear you all live next to like the Wuhan lab. Because there's always something going on in that house.
This is the life of having multiple children. They bring home all sorts of plagues from school.
You should quarantine them every night.
We're not nearly as bad as like some families that I know that are, I just feel like they're always sick. But we have had a very healthy stretch of time, but we definitely had a couple bugs go through the house over Christmas break.
Oof.
So anyway, Tanner goes down, find out also our daughter had gone down that same night, and hers is real bad. And so the next morning I was like, we got to go home. Like, this is no good. So we had to cut our little staycation short. All of this, fun story to say, we haven't had our New Year planning time. We're actually planning to do that Friday of this week. So
fantastic.
The kids are at school. I'm not working. And it's just, we're going to have our at least a day. We'll probably need more than one day. But to be honest, we just got to get some time. So I felt like coming into the new year that I felt a little behind because I'm like, I haven't had my time yet. And I'm searching for moments where I can sit down and like journal and just process and be still. And it's been very hard to find a pocket of time since we launched right back. Because I then got it the next day after Tanner had it. I got it and then spent like a day and a half recovering. And then it's like we're back at it, you know, off to the races. So I feel a little underprepared to actually have a conversation about it. But I do know that there have been things percolating in me for a couple months in general that I was sort of going, okay, I need to spend more time in it. And some of it I'm not totally ready to like reveal, you know what I mean? But there are a few things that I could say. And one of them is I do have a goal to take a full month off in the summer.
Whoa, okay, European.
A whole month. Yeah. I want to get to where the entire summer break, my kids are out of school, I'm not working. But I'm not probably not going to make that happen yet. But I do want to take a whole month off.
That's what we call the first class life, Brentwood style.
That's right.
They rich down there. That would be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, I pretty much take my kids' breaks off from work. So when they're out of school over Christmas, I'm not really working at all. Spring break, fall break, Thanksgiving.
Well, and to be fair, over Christmas, no one works in our business anyway.
For sure. So I do already do some of that, but I really want to have a time where I feel like I'm not bound to travel or have a holiday involved in that, like Christmas, you know, but I'm just like, hey, there's nothing on the calendar, but to just be with my family.
That would be awesome.
So that's one thing. I need a hobby, truthfully. And I
feel like I do too.
Yeah, I feel like
we should take up fencing together.
Oh my gosh. I don't know if I want to do fencing, Jason. I'm going to be honest. But I have thought about I literally thought about pickleball, even though I had kind of some judgment against pickleball.
Everyone does pickleball.
I know. And I'm like, well, maybe I'm missing something because my in-laws tried to teach it to me once and I was like, what is this weird sport? I don't think I like this. And so I just wrote it off and everybody's obsessed with it. And I'm like,
everyone.
Maybe I wrote it off too soon. I should try. I don't know. I need something kind of active. I thought about tennis, but I think tennis is a lot harder than
tennis
pickleball.
is a lot harder. It's way more commitment too.
Well, it's a real sport. So.
It's a real sport. There's a reason not every white person in the world is playing tennis. It's not because the rackets are expensive.
I think that hobbies can help open up better channels of creativity. You're really getting your brain out of whatever it is that you do for a living.
Yeah, I agree with that.
And working out does that for me in general, but I
think hobbies also become highly important as you near the final chapters of one's life.
Hey, I'm not in the final chapter. Rude.
But no, it's true, right? People with hobbies live longer.
Joy.
Yeah, it gives you joy. It gives you something to do and be active with, most of them. So I agree with that. My brain's been on the same thing. I really need a good hobby.
Yeah.
And I don't know what that is yet either.
Maybe
it should be fencing. Maybe I should just go in on it.
Go do it. Why not? Today's the day. Make a phone call. In the spirit of taking a month off, excuse me, in the summer, I think this is in the spirit of it. I feel like I need, actually, like you said the new year, brand new newness. You need newness was the word you used. Yeah. And I was like, yes, because I feel like a shift. I feel a career shift, to be completely frank.
A holy shift.
Holy shift. Holy shift. But not a career shift in the sense of I am leaving the field of music and the music industry, but more a zoom out a little bit, more of a strategic meta leadership role. That is a bit bigger, and that's where I'm keeping some of that close to the vest for the moment because I don't feel fully ready to put that out there. But we both love being more deeply integrated into the bigger picture of an artist's path,
sure.
and not just the voice.
Yeah.
Although the voice, we both believe is such an integral part of it, because it's the bedrock of all of it, where things kind of flow in and out of. And I, feeling the flow of how the voice impacts everything, want to follow that into further places in their career and see where that takes me. I also just am like, you know what? I've been kind of doing one exclusive thing for nearly 20 years. And I am ready to be challenged and step outside of that to an extent and do something bigger and different. And I say bigger, I don't mean to diminish what I've been doing, but a new challenge, right?
Yeah.
I want to be challenged and not ever get bored. I want to see the landscape of my work look different in 2026. And I also want to sing more. That's a big one. Yeah. I've been feeling like a desire to sing even more in my daily life, just for me and myself, and noticing the joy it triggers when I'm just even singing in my car, which I've always done, but there's just something that's been a little different on it that has made me just connect more to probably some of the nervous system regulation that happens when you sing, and being aware of what singing does for my mind and my body. I'm more aware of it, and I'm more going, wow, look at the gift God gave us of this. Yeah. I want to live and dwell in that more, and I don't have a lot of an agenda of what that looks like. I'd be happy in most any context.
Yeah, no, I totally get it. And I challenge you in that and encourage you in that, because I feel the same thing. As I said, it's one of the reasons to really finish this record and get back doing shows, like, at Christmas time. You're always convicted when you go to a party and someone introduces you to someone. They're like, this is the best singer on the planet. It just makes you feel like... I don't know that
people have made that as my introduction.
I get it all the time. I know Carlos does too.
Carlos deserves to have that.
Oh, wow. Dagger to the heart.
No, sorry, not to say you don't. I'm just saying Carlos can sing the paint off the walls.
Yeah, no, true.
They call me Mr. Big in the Bridges. Not britches. That's a
I'm going to use
lofty
that.
joke.
I'm going to use that.
Bridges, not britches.
I got you.
No, there it is.
Yeah.
That's for the nerds out there.
Yeah, I do feel the conviction of that, like you do, though. Like, it's like we have been given this talent.
Yeah.
We've spent so much time over the past few years, my coaching journey, most of it was spent also performing. Mm-hmm. But over the past, 5-6 years, I haven't as much. And so it's beautiful to pour into artists, and we're more than blessed and thankful to be able to do that. Mm-hmm. But I do think it's so important for any coach out there to practice what you're coaching
100%.
And what you're doing, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Just to stay connected to the art form, whether you're coaching, business or carpentry or whatever, like stay close to it and maintain your first love of why you even mentor others. It's so important.
I was thinking the other day, I don't remember what triggered this thought, but it was really convicting for me of if you think of people who watch their parents in whatever vocation that they have, right? Or whatever gifting that they have. I think it was more about gifting, less vocation specifically. Like if I think I know what it was. My mom still is an amazing seamstress and did all of my costumes in my musicals, and they were not
so cool.
Homemade looking costumes.
Oh, yeah,
they were
like
legit like
things.
That could be on Broadway or something. I mean, I'm saying that. I'm probably biased. What is wrong with you in this cup?
You know what? I cut my finger on New Year's Eve at my friend Kelsey's house, slicing a lemon, and it still must be tender. And every time I pick up this plastic cup, it's real sharp. Feel how sharp that is. It just hits that spot and sends like a shockwave through my body.
Anyway, I was just thinking about how I got to grow up seeing my mom do that, and she enjoys doing it. That was not her vocation.
Yeah.
She's very gifted at it. She'd been sewing since she was a teenager probably. And because she sewed her own clothes growing up. Partly they didn't have a lot of money. So she would see clothes that the richer friends were wearing and be like, I want that. That's in style, but I can't afford it. She
made it.
Her dad passed away when she was very, very young, and her mom worked and raised 3 children on her own. And they didn't have a lot of money, right?
Yeah.
And so she would just buy fabric and sew her own clothes.
Wow, that's
and
cool.
so she could have what she wanted to wear.
By the way, did you know sewing's coming back? We'll talk about that, but
No, but now Tanner is my seamstress because he can sew. He's just like the weirdest jack of all trades in that regard.
Yeah,
so
he can do anything.
now I'm like, hey, baby, I got a pair of pants that need alterations. Can you hem my pants, please? Anyway, my mom has passed the torch on to Tanner because I used to come home with clothes. I'd be like, Mom, can you fix my shirt? Can you hem my pants? She'd be
that's
like,
why
every
you
time
say
you
Tanner
come,
wears
every
the
time you
pants
come.
around the house.
Yeah. So I grew up seeing her do that, and it impacted me directly because she did my wedding dress alterations, which is no small thing. Like you hire professionals to do wedding dress alterations. She did mine. And I was like thinking about what if I had never gotten to see the work of her gifting and or if she never did any of that she sewed all of my Halloween costumes, I could go down the list. What if I never was kind of the beneficiary of that, or I never really knew, like she could do it, but she never did it. I kind of know, my mom says, but we don't even have a sewing machine or something like that. And then I was thinking about somebody else in music who's got kids. And
then it hit you.
And it hit me. I was like, my kids know that I sing. They hear me teach. They know that I coach, and they see it, right? And I've been thinking a lot for many years of like, I want to show my children that you can be a parent. You can also pursue a desire that you want vocationally or otherwise. And especially for girls, I think to see that, like women to grow up seeing other women be able to be a wife, be able to be a mom, prioritize that, and then also have a career if they choose, if they want to. It's not like you need to, but I realized that it could be very easy if I don't pick up my own voice and start singing, that they don't ever even know what my singing voice sounds like a whole lot because they don't have opportunities to hear me do it.
That's a huge statement.
And how sad would it be if I died and they were like, yeah, my mom sang, but I don't really know what it sounds like. You know what I mean? I didn't hear it. I mean, it made me pretty emotional.
Of course.
To think about that. And I was like, how dare I hide behind my own issues, my own hang-ups, whatever they may be, and that's fodder for therapy, to withhold that from my kids when I would have been devastated if I never got to hear my mom sing, if that was her gifting, or receive, the benefits, the fruits of her gift, because it's not for me. And I say this to artists all the time, your gift is not really for you. It's for other people. So we have to stop being so self-indulgent and selfish and not shine our light because it's for others. It's not about you. Yeah. And it is a gift to you as well. It can bless you and minister to you. But I was just so kind of hit with that thought of this is not about me. And if I don't get off my butt and start doing some stuff, whatever that looks like, then my kids could easily grow up and not really have a sense of familiarity with what my voice sounds like.
Yeah.
And
that's crazy.
I mean, that kind of messed me up, that whole thought. So that's here. I'm saying it out loud, so I better start acting on it because I'm putting it out there into the world.
You better.
2026.
Yeah. Just like that.
So
yeah. Well, it's some big lofty stuff for the year.
And wait. We can't close we can't close the door yet because we have to hear Carlos's 2026.
Oh, I wasn't really interested.
Well, what do you do when you've achieved everything? No, I'm just kidding.
This is true.
You did sing at Carnegie Hall.
Yeah, that's true.
Carnegie Hall was pretty cool. It's kind of similar, honestly. I want, in fact, I just texted one of my buddies this morning who's an arranger and a producer. And I've had some songs that I've just been sitting on for a couple of years that have just been finished, and I've just have not recorded. And we had kind of texted a little bit before the holidays got crazy and I started traveling a bunch. And actually last summer we started the conversation. And so I just texted him. I was like, hey man, like, let's get this going. And so, just put out music and gig. And gig. And not only that,
I'll come.
but I've got one. Do I have two? Two. No, that's it. That's it.
In this room.
So much shade.
You will see alive in the Vocal Lab podcast. No, but to actually perform live with a band and my own music. I enjoy traveling and singing other people's stuff, but like,
tell us a little bit about your genre of your own music.
Yeah, so I've had so many influences that the best way that I can describe it is a musical menage a trois of it's Bocelli, Muse, and like worship music. So all those three
That's
together.
wild.
That is wild.
into a
Muse,
thing.
throwing Muse in there really is like, what?
And a lot of that, the part of that is because I play too. And so
Yeah.
most of the, what I do for a living nowadays is park and bark. But I really,
I've never heard that phrase.
yeah, that's
Wait, bark in the park is
park and
not what
bark.
he said.
Bark and bark.
I go to Bicentennial Park and I just,
Now wait, you all know what bark in the park is?
no, I don't know what that is.
No.
Oh my
No, don't
gosh.
tell me it's a furry thing.
It's a furry
No!
thing. People dress up as furry things and go to the park and do their furry things with
When
each
you
other's
say
furry
do their
places.
What does that mean?
Ew. Why do you know this?
It's a very common.
Does it happen here?
It happens everywhere around the world. The reason I know this specifically is I know someone in Phoenix through my network out there who got into being a furry and
Well, does
then
that
goes to
mean that
Spark in the Park.
they, like,
we had to tell
I
our
don't know,
grandmother
identify
this.
as a dog?
We had
What
to
does
tell
that
our
mean?
grandmother Arizona this
yeah.
at coffee one day. And she was devastated.
Well, grandma should be. Wait, what did you say?
I'm just wondering, like,
Is that what that means, though?
What?
That they like,
That they dress
I
up.
identify as a
They-
dog. My
or
pronouns
like
are
a-
woof
Well-
woof. What does that mean?
I don't know that. I don't know if it's like as full on as like the guy in Japan who like made himself a physical dog like through surgery.
Excuse me?
You haven't seen that guy?
No.
Yeah, he spent like thousands of dollars to become a dog. He walks
Lord
on all
help.
fours. But it's a kinky thing that people do. They dress up as furry creatures, most often I think dogs, and they'll go to. I don't know where they go, but I know one thing that happens is I think it's called Bark in the Park, and they'll go late at night into the park, and you
I
just.
don't know anything about this.
I don't. No.
I'm telling you, it's why you don't go to the park at night.
Oh my gosh. So
Weird things happen at the park
I will
at night.
not be doing that. That's not what I'm doing.
So that's not
I
what
just
Carlos
mostly
was trying to
stand and
communicate
sing.
when he was
I
talking
stand
about
and
his life
sing.
He
goals.
said I park and bark.
Yeah.
I said
Yeah.
not to be confused with bark in the
Yes,
park.
thank you.
Park and bark meaning you pull
I
up to a
clarified-
studio and you
No,
go
just-
and
I
sing
stand
and
and
then
sing.
you leave.
I
stand and
yes,
sing.
I clarified
Yes,
for your
thank you.
benefit on
Thank you. I
social media, so
appreciate it.
you're gonna
Thank
get
you.
some weird DMs.
Yes, thank you.
Oh my gosh.
Yes. Post the voice. I get enough of those anyways.
Yes, exactly.
But
If you-
playing is just something that I've kind of neglected. Just my guitar playing is something that I've neglected, and I don't want to neglect it anymore.
That's true.
And
I've started
so
taking
I wanna
guitar
do that.
lessons.
Well, there you go. There's
Oh,
your
there.
hobby.
I'm going to start piano
Yes,
lessons.
yes, but I also kind of want a non-musical hobby.
Sure.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
So
I think there's a fiber here to be pointed out that this is a year of going after our true loves and passions in a new way,
Yeah.
in a first class way.
first class way. Hey, way to use that. Thank you. And it's also a realization to all of us out there in any walk of life, but especially in the creative walk of life, it is way easier to divert your passion and what God has given you in life to help others
Yeah. Yeah.
get through life, maybe being a part of, whether it's
Right.
painting or singing or whatever.
I think sometimes we do that out of even like fear.
Well,
of
we
our
do it
own
out of
failure.
fear, but it's
Yeah.
always easier to help others do it.
Yeah.
Right, especially
less
when you're
vulnerable.
It's less vulnerable. And it's especially when you make it your vocation too, and you're getting paid to like help others.
Right, yeah.
It just becomes such an easy crutch that and you
Yeah.
get busy. You all too often forget to also pour into your own art and your own love so that it can love others in its own way. And to your point, Shelby, and Carlos, you as well, these things that we do, even a podcast like this, it will go well beyond our time on this ground of earth that we know it. And that's such a humbling thought to know that whatever music you make or play, or maybe a recording of a show that you do somewhere, this podcast, all of it will go on forever.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
In ways never done before, because before, you know, remember you'd be like in a yard sale or a flea market or an old record store, and you're like, what is, like, there's a record in that other room called High God 2. And it's just like a kid's record. And I was like, what was High God 1? That there were 2, you know? And it's like so old, and it's just so like playful and like funny. It's like, I only know that because I was at a hotel that I stayed in one time, and I took it. Sorry, I stole. But I'm like, I got to keep this one. But you know what I'm saying? Like that, you would stumble upon things like that before.
Yeah.
But with technology today, it's there at our fingertips all the time, anytime, able to change someone's lives 100 years from now.
Yeah.
So be encouraged wherever you are out there. Let's make 2026 a fantastic year for the entire world populace, not just yourselves, not just us. But let's dream big. Let's live and love even bigger, and let's all live that first class life. That's what I'm saying.
It's great.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year. We'll see you all.
Thanks for
next
tuning in to the Vocal Lab podcast. Ready to join the top ranks of the music industry? Don't forget to follow and subscribe for more first-class conversations that make the extraordinary your new ordinary. Until next time, keep striving for your top note.